Hey y'all, Sandra Swink here on behalf of the Swink Agency, and you are tuned into my blog, EmpowerU. If you have not had the opportunity yet, log on to our website, theswinkagency.com, and check it out. So if you were not tuned into my Facebook Live a few days ago, where I talked about how to ground yourself and how to beat 2020, you're in luck because tonight we're going to go more in detail with things. I kind of left out a few jewels during that live on purpose. I wanted to see what the feedback was like and to kind of take the time to do this video to incorporate more details for you guys. So basically, people ask me a lot, Sandra, how do you stay so positive? You seem like a happy, bubbly, cheerful person all the time. How do you do that? And there's really no secret. There's not a secret to increasing your happiness or being positive. It's a choice. It's a choice that I have to consciously make every day. And if you choose to wake up every day and if you choose to consciously make a choice that, hey, I'm going to be positive as much as possible today. I'm not going to let anything get to me. If you do that day to day for a few weeks, you will be amazed of, how quickly your mindset changes. I am overall a positive and happy person, but that doesn't mean that I don't get stressed or, I don't snap on people just like the next person, because I do. I just know how to internalize my emotions to where I can control myself. And I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people have gotten away from. And that's one thing that causes a lot of problems for some people. When you are able to control the one thing that you can control, which is yourself, you win each and every time. So a lot of people will become frustrated because you cannot control the outcome. You can't control what people think of you. You can't control how people treat you. You can't control a lot of those things, and it really ain't your business. And you have to become comfortable with letting people think whatever. If people talk behind your back, if they're being rude to your face, whatever, you just kind of have to let people be. Because one thing you can't do is you can't change people. You can only change yourself. So you have to learn how to be okay with what other people's opinions of you are. And you basically can't give a fuck. You kind of just have to accept it for what it is, put out love and keep it moving. Because when you do that, it's going to become real easy to identify really who's for you and who's not. For example, on your regular 9 to 5, you may encounter groups of people that love you. Which, meaning they're supportive, they always have something positive to say in conversations. They never take little jabs at you. They're never negative. They don't bring a negative vibe to the conversation. That's one set of people. But then you have another set of people that may be ugly, negative, always gossiping, whether it's to you, about you, or whatever. Either group, you have to be okay with how they see you. So basically, other people's opinions of you don't matter. And simply because, they're not contributing to you financially, emotionally, physically, or mentally. So fuck them. And that's usually how I see things. If you're not contributing to anything, you can't possibly contribute to my happiness. It's my choice. I will choose to give away my power to somebody if I let somebody piss me off based on their vision of me. So you guys have to learn how to be okay with that. You have to learn how to be okay with people hating you, basically. Not that you have to hate them back, but just understand that they're not meant to be in your circle. They're not meant to be in your life, basically, and accept that and keep it moving. One thing I touched bases on with the live was family, because one thing a lot of people quickly realize is, your family is sometimes your number one enemy, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, especially when it comes to growing. When you consciously make the choice to be better, to become better, sometimes your family is going to fall at your wayside. And for a lot of people, that is your biggest support system. So what I always recommend to clients, before they jump out there and put all their eggs into a basket with their businesses, y'all know y'all family and be okay with losing all of them if you have to, or be okay with losing the most critical ones that you feel like are in your corner, because 9 times out of 10, that support or that love is going to change, whether it's positively or negatively. So you guys have to pretty much, just like owning a business, you have to be prepared for that. Because once you consciously make that choice that, hey, I want to be better. I don't want to just wake up every day and be the same person that I've been for the last 20 or 30 years. Once you consciously make the decision to be better, people are going to start changing on you, because you're going to slowly start to hear, oh, you think you better. You may hear titles like bougie or things like that, but you have to learn how to be okay with it. You have to grow that thick skin and just walk in your confidence and know, shit, I'm good with who I am, and be okay with that. You have to be okay with being misunderstood by people, because like I said earlier, the one person you can control is yourself. So if you start to focus on just radiating love in your everyday motions, wake up every day and just consciously make the choice to say, hey, today's going to be a good day. I'm not going to let nobody rub me the wrong way. If somebody is being nasty, I'm just going to smile and keep it moving. And that's how you live a positive life, and that's how you increase your happiness. It's not done overnight. By no means is it done overnight. Trust me. It is something that you work at day to day. And the more you work on it, the more you will increase your happiness. And another point is, when I was saying earlier, you have to be okay with being misunderstood. You have to walk in your purpose, basically. A lot of y'all are frustrated and stressed out because you're not living in your purpose. You are ignoring what your heart is telling you. You are ignoring your higher self, basically. We all got that little voice, and you guys say, that's my conscience speaking or whatever, but we all have our higher self that speaks to us in certain times to where, we need to listen most of those times. For example, your homegirl or your homeboy may say, hey, let's go out and do this tonight. That little instinct in your gut and say, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. You listen to it, hey, I don't want to go. Something's telling me not to go, so I don't go. That's your higher self speaking. And if you learn how to tune into that and listen, it's going to guide you in every direction you should go. And a lot of y'all may find that if you listen to that voice and something ends up happening that night, you be like, damn, I'm so glad I listened to myself. So you just got to listen to yourself a lot more. And once you get more in tune with practicing that, your happiness is going to increase on a whole nother level. Another thing to increase your happiness is don't settle. Do not settle for friendships. Don't settle for any kind of ships. Relationships, situationships, none of that. Don't settle. You have to walk in your purpose, meaning wake up every day, make that decision to be, I'm going to have the best day possible and fucking do it.